We are live. It's what day is it? Saturday? Ugh. Not I like a good Saturday, but I ate way too much Raising Cane's last night, so I'm just not feeling. Oh, get out of there! Come on. I'm just not feeling like getting after today. I haven't even started the vlog yet, and it's already noon. Clint, what's up, dude? Great to see you tuning in. We're just killing time until you go to live, so just editing photos right now from the. I did a family photo shoot like the 15th, almost a month. Hey, Jin. Nice, that's exciting. You're making a video of it too, Clint? I guess as someone that like daily vlogs, I love it. I'm also that same way. Like I'm on listening only mode. As someone who daily vlogs, I'm like, oh, you're gonna make a video out of it? Actually, I think that won't work if I. Oh, blowing up the chat right now. Whoa, there's a dang friends. The KGBs, they're addicted to watching people destroy ramps. Gosh, there's some plane that's flying over. They're just hot rodding around right now. It's crazy. And I keep looking them up on flight radar, but you can't see anything. Hey, to run. Jim, good to see you too. Thanks for tuning in. Dang, Jim, you have 861 subscribers now? I just subscribed, so you have 861. Holy smokes. Good for you. That's super awesome. Is Sean? We're from the Central Coast of California. Thanks for tuning in. You having a party tomorrow? Where's the invite? What's the theme? You have 200 and something? Nice. We're pretty close to 2,000 ourselves over here. If all 12 of you guys could subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, um, that'd be good. We're really close. That'd make us even closer. I appreciate that. What's up, Unreal? I don't know. Whoever's asking for a shout out, I don't know how to even say your name. The theme is disco dance. Okay. Your sister lives in New York City and your cousin lives in California. Nice. Hey, thanks, Jim. I just got a trim for it, actually. Ooh, $5,000 party. Oh gosh, that's a little bit out of my budget. Is it a birthday party or is it just a party? You're 9 standard? What does that mean? Oh, 9 standard time? Hey, Steven. Just ask away, dude. Whatever kind of questions you got, let's try to answer them. But right now, I'm just editing these family photos from a photo shoot I did back in February on the 15th. 15th or 16th. I'm just editing Unreal, editing photos. No. That's funny you asked that though, Steven, because back when I worked at Staples, people were like, "How are you able to afford like a computer and stuff?" Like, I know how much money Staple employees make. I was like, are you a drug dealer?" And I'm like, "No, not a drug dealer." It's called saving. Katy Perry's coming to your house. Adam Levine as well. Good for you. Tell Katy Perry that she sucks. She's a terrible human being. Tell her all of us in the 805. Let her know that. Nice, dude. If you want, I wish they could add people. It'd be cool, Clint, if you could add people as you're already streaming. Nope, not into that either. Maybe we should do. Boom. We're just all moving up in the world. What do I bring to the stream? That's a heavy question. You know, in that conversation, Border Patrol is hiring, and they'll pay you extra too if you want to work in a sketchy area. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but other than that, no, it's all English here. As you, I don't know if you watch the news now, but English is the official language of the United States. So we got that going for us. English is also the official language of like air traffic control or like flying and stuff. It's the most universal. That's okay. I don't plan on going to Bogota, Colombia either, so I don't really think I have anything to worry about on that front there, Steven, but I appreciate your concern. Colombia makes me think of what in the first Fast and the or not Fast and the Furious Triple X. They go to Colombia, don't they? And there's that whole like dirt bike scene, and they set the whole thing on fire. Cheap flight or not, I just don't need to go there. Is that where you're from, Steven? Is Colombia? Oh, okay. Good to know. I doubt it. What I don't even know what that is. Sounds just like another word for water. Do you guys remember when they have that Bob Marley's the Mellow Marley drink that's supposed to like help your help your mood out and stuff and make you don't drink it during the day or if you're at work because it's gonna make you too chill. It's like, give me a break. I like to make my money the honest way. Um, Oh, good for you. Michigan. It's probably really cold up there. Why would you want two wives? That's double the headache. Do you just hate being happy? Nice, I bet, baby. Especially Clint, with how little sleep you get too. I think we share the same joys of having trouble sleeping. So it's hard to want to do any labor or anything when you're exhausted. Like after all that freaking Raisin Canes I ate yesterday, I'm just like my energy levels are so low today, and I have zero desire to do anything. As far as like physical activities, I really want to get out. I need to get out and run, but I'm like I've been lagging on this these photos, so I need to get after him. Yeah, below zero sucks, even man. I'm not a fan of that. Thankfully, where I live though, it doesn't get. We live in the perfect climate, so it doesn't get that cold for me. You guys care if I put some headphones on and listen to some tunes while we're doing this stream? I have Modern Family going on in the background, but um, I can't really. I'm not like paying attention to it, you know. Ah, oh, I can't listen to music, so I'm using my phone as a freaking whatchamadinger, as what's streaming. Well, that's silly. And if I put music on, it will. If you hear the music, you'll get flagged for copyright. That's okay. We can still prevail. Let's see. No, I don't want it on my phone. I'll tell you guys what. These AirPods are the some of the worst headphones I've ever have ever. Yeah, shout out your music suggestions right now. We'll give it a listen. We're gonna start with ah, I can't. Let me see, grab my text messages here. We're gonna start with Beast in Black. That's actually that's what we're listening to first right now. I really like their outfits that they have on their photo. Let's listen to their number one song. Come on. We're listening to Blind and Frozen. If it will work. There we go. Okay. What kind of hobbies do I like? I pretty much only like running at this point. I'm getting ready for a 100-mile race here in May, so that's basically taking up all of my free time. And do I have any poisonous snakes? No, absolutely not. What show is that from? Where they have like This one lady thought she had a chip that looked like Jesus. This would be a question for a future stream for you, Clint, so I don't feel like you have to type it out unless you want to. But what's the difference between a eastern diamondback rattlesnake and a western diamondback rattlesnake? So the Eastern Black sure gives me like some very heavy metal, like hair metal vibes. Broken Survivor? Okay, let's check it out. Right now I'm listening to Blind and Frozen. Listen to it right now. Oh. It's such a bummer you guys aren't allowed to, I mean, because of YouTube's rules and stuff. But it'd be nice if, like, it'd be fun if everyone could listen to what I'm listening to, too, without worrying about getting a copyright strike. Interesting. Okay. That's good to know. What kind of, let me see here. Let's just see what kind of rattlesnakes we have here in California. Let us see. Nice. Okay. So we have the northern Pacific rattlesnake here. Hmm. The western diamondback rattlesnake is found further south and inland. It does not naturally occur on the central coast. If you see one, it's likely relocated or escaped from captivity. If you're out hiking, trail running, or exploring, always be cautious in warm months, spring through fall, as rattlesnakes are most active. Stay on trails, watch where you step, and listen for their warning rattle. Yeah, I did run into one. That was like what, 2 or 3 Saturdays ago. My girlfriend and I went up on a hike, and oh, I do have a pet. I do have two pet boomers actually. They're downstairs. Well, my mom's gone, but my dad's here. We were out hiking and we came across a rattlesnake. It was just stretched out across the trail, and we made enough noise that it 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 kind of scrolled up and then just took off. It's like, ah, deuces. Pet boomers, yeah, my parents. My parents are baby boomers. If you don't understand that joke. I think, um, I think Steven said he lives in Michigan. Last night too, Clint, when he went to your Australian accent, that was hilarious. You just like perfectly morphed into it, and then you came out of it. I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" Huh? Interesting. Now we're listening to "Dark New World" by Beast in Black. It's interesting too. Like when you said Mojave, they made me think of like the Navajo and like Native American tribes like that, and the different like petroglyphs and symbols and signs that I've seen out on the trails. It kind of made me think of like the gosh darn, I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly what you called them, but they were in your book, and did you say they were Nordic symbols? I can't fully remember. Also, I was like, oh, do you guys have any like petroglyphs out there? I'm sure there has to be something somewhere in Texas, right? Hey, Parveen, what's up, dude? Good to see you again. Doing good over here. How about yourself? So I wouldn't go to Colombia, but I would definitely go to Pakistan. Hey, little bit. Welcome to welcome to my stream now. I mean, with all due we're just gonna take a page out of Clint's book here. Do you have permission to be watching the stream? I mean, I'm not swearing or talking anything bad. I just want to make sure. But I'm sure Clint's right by you, so it's good to hear, Parveen. Let's now that I have my computer, actually, hold on a second. Let's uh, book flights. Let's just see. So I'm just editing some family photos right now. Um, what would be the Parveen, what would be the airport that you would fly into that you would recommend for Pakistan? Islamabad, Lahore, Quidi Azam. Let's see. Well, I wonder what activities. Which one did there was out of the top thing? Okay, Lahore. Let's see here. Goodness gracious. What's the time of year that you would recommend visiting? Because yeah, the flights are about $1,000, pretty much all year round. let's say we wanted to go for my birthday, and we want to stay at least like 10 days, and bring the girlfriend. Students get a get a different. Let's see. Do we want to apply economy, premium economy, business? Maybe premium economy because we want a little bit of leg room. Oof, goodness gracious. $3,406 for premium economy. Golly. But it is a one-way flight. Oh, interesting. That's pretty sweet, Colin. I can't wait to read it one day. Yeah, it's about $3 grand round trip, Parveen to fly to Lahore. 42 hours of a trip too. Oof. Oh wait, this direct flight's only 21 hours. Oh my gosh. I couldn't imagine sitting on an airplane for 21 hours. Oh, Jack. Okay. I appreciate that. With Clint, like my videos are pretty much all just about oh my gosh. I'm just looking at these flights right now. My YouTube videos are basically all about just spreading positivity and trying to make yourself a little bit better than you are every day. Oh, okay. So this is how I appreciate it a little bit. So the first flight is from LAX to Dubai, and that's a 16-hour flight. And then from Dubai, then you fly into Lahore. I guess there's no in Lahore, and that's a 3-hour flight. And then and then on the way home from there to Dubai, and then Dubai to LAX. Golly. I appreciate it. I still need to do um, I haven't even started today's video at all, so I need to get I need to get after it. I'm not even sure what I wanted to talk about today in the video. Like I was saying, I'm not really feeling very runny. Like I don't feel like going for a run instead of like runny is something else you might figure or assume. Huh. I'm looking out my window right now and it kind of looks like there's like a head of smoke. And not necessarily like I mean there's just like a big black cloud over there, not like like a storm cloud. It looks like more like a fire. We were supposed to go backpacking. Like I should be in the backcountry right now with my girlfriend, but there's just all this nasty weather coming our way. I'm like, you know what? Let's just kick a rain check on um, the trip because today wasn't supposed to rain, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain starting at 2 a.m. I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to pack the tent up in the rain and hike out of there in the rain. Like hiking in the rain isn't too bad, but when you're carrying all of your backpacking stuff and a wet tent, it's like, you know what? I'm cool on that. Let's see here. I'm also talking about with Danielle is wondering about my store. I don't know if you guys had a chance to check out my merch store or not. But let me post the link to it in here. That's my merch store. Come on, why does it always keep changing? It's so annoying. Yeah, that's my merch store. Nice. What? Where's happening to the music? Clint, when you say like ramp, are you talking like? Maybe I like in my head, I'm just thinking like a skate ramp or a bike ramp or something like that, or do you oh wheelchair ramp is what I'm assuming you're getting at. Yeah, if you guys could check out the merch store, that'd be cool. I really don't get much money at all from it. I do have quite a few different shirts though, or designs, I should say. We got one for that I'm trying to raise money for my ultra marathons, and I made one with like vans, like van life stuff for people that drive vans and thinking they would want to buy it, but that didn't work. And I got some with a beaver on the back, one with a Sasquatch riding a paddleboard. There's one I want to get for myself. It's a camo one. And like I don't set the prices either. I just let them be as cheap as possible. Oh yeah, I super appreciate that, Clint. I'm just stoked that you're a subscriber and you're just active in the channel. That's the most important part to me. All right, now let's give Battle Beast a chance or a listen to here. Now we're listening to Let It Roar. Gosh, it almost might be nap time. There's nothing like going for a nice run and then taking a nap afterwards. Hey, likewise. I super appreciate that, Clint. Unless, oh, sorry, I was trying to crack my back at the same time. Um, like this morning when like I was trying to send you, I was gonna Walmart you like dog food and stuff you need, like just to save you a trip. And last night when we talked about showing up for people, it's like that's what Isn't that like what the nights are all about? Is just showing up and being there for your people? Do we get matching tattoos? I mean, I have a lot of tattoos already, so I'm not definitely not opposed to getting that. Okay, okay, I gotta say, I like Battle Beast a little bit more than Beast in Black. Both are great, but at least the song "Let It Roar," I like that kind of more the screaming, the growl coming out. And the lead singer girl looks like really familiar. There's this one band is called oh my gosh, it is so windy outside right now, and I'm gonna go try freaking running in this, dude. Oh, um, ah, Ginger, Jinjer. Yeah, Jinjer, and they have the song Pisces. Where are they from? You want to see some gauges on their song on that girl? That girl's got some real gauges. Oh, Ginger's from Ukraine. Haolung is a good one. To try their song, Christian. I can't say that word, but I'm giving it my best shot here. Whoa, okay. Listen to that song you just told me to. It makes me. It's starting like the song. The way that the song starts out with, it's making me think of those people that stood on like the mountaintops with those super long like horns. You know, they're like really long and then come out and they're just. The company that I like wearing all their running shorts. Oh, that makes sense. This company they just made Squid Game running shorts. I'm like, that's gonna be a pass for me. I was not a fan of the Squid Games. The Netflix version was it on Netflix? Whatever, the TV version or the Mr. Beast version. You know, like pass on this guy. Gosh dang, I'm just looking at the weather right now, thinking like, I just gotta get out there. I'm not getting out there anytime soon, but I'm just psyching myself up. I hear them stomping too, and like it sounds like they're banging metal. Okay, okay, okay. Now they just started the vocals. You got the last ramp to do, and I'll be done. Nice. This is the kind of stuff I enjoy doing, or would enjoy doing. You know, like I wish I was there. Give me a sawzall and a hammer, and we could just bang this out in a pickup truck, and we'll just knock it out in an hour and a half. You know. We're up to 4 likes though. I really appreciate it, you guys. What? Let's see here. Whatever happened to the Vikings? So the Vikings dominated much of northern Europe from about 793 to 1066 AD. They were known for raiding, trading, and settling across Europe, Asia, and even North America. But by the 11th century, their dominance faded. Here's why: Christianity and cultural change. As Christianity spread in Scandinavia, Viking societies abandoned paganism and violent raiding. Many Viking leaders converted. The Christian church discouraged raiding fellow Christians, reducing Viking attacks in Europe. Stronger defenses in Europe. In the 900s, European kingdoms like England, France, and Ireland built stronger fortifications, armies, and navies, making raids riskier. Viking settlements became kingdoms. Viking warriors and settlers became rulers in lands they raided. Normandy was given to the Viking leader Rollo. Kiev and Russia were shaped by Viking rulers. England was ruled by Danish court Cnut the Great. Over time, Viking leaders settled down, mixing with local cultures and stopped raiding. Internal conflicts and civil wars. Scandinavian regions fought internal battles for power. As Viking leaders established kingdoms, they focused on ruling instead of raiding. Norway, Denmark, and Sweden became more centralized and stable nations. The Battle of Stamford Bridge. In 1066, King Harald Haraldava of Norway invaded England but was defeated by King Harold Godwinson at the battle. This battle is often seen as the end of the Viking Age, as it marked the last large-scale Viking invasion of England. Interesting. And they dealt with climate change back then. A cooler climate, little ice age, made farming harder in Scandinavia. The expansion of trade routes made raiding less necessary. Vikings shifted from raiders to merchants, mercenaries, and explorers. Did the Vikings completely disappear? No. Their culture evolved into modern Scandinavian nations, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and heavily influenced. My dog's sleeping. I can hear him having a bad dream. And heavily influenced places they settled like Iceland and the Faroe Islands, Greenland, and even parts of Scotland, Ireland, and France. Their legacy is still visible today in language. Old Norse influenced English, French, and Russian. Place names: York, Normandy, and Dublin all have Viking roots. Genetics: Viking DNA is still found in people across Europe. And modern culture: TV shows like Vikings, Norse mythology and Thor, and Viking festivals. So I responded back. I'm just looking all this up on ChatGPT right now, and I was like, sounds like the Christians just ruin everything. And this is his response. It's fair to say that Christianity played a major role in shaping Viking history, but whether that was ruining or changing, depends on perspective. The Vikings were a dominant force because of their warrior culture, seafaring skills, and raiding strategies, but as they expanded, they inevitably interacted with different cultures, including Christianized Europe. Christianity brought political alliances, a shift from raiding to ruling, and cultural blending, but it also ended much of the raiding lifestyle, eased some of the old pagan traditions, helped consolidate power into monarchies. If the Vikings never if the Vikings had never converted, they might have remained feared raiders and explorers for longer, but they also might have been wiped out or conquered in the long run. History tends to be full of these adapt or fade moments. Would you rather see an alternative timeline where the Vikings were never converted? Yeah, let's see it. Okay, let's imagine. Let's imagine a world where the Vikings never converted to Christianity and kept their raiding, trading, and warrior culture alive. So in this timeline, this is fiction. Okay, just to keep that in mind. In this timeline, Viking chieftains rejected Christianity, refusing to kneel to foreign kings or bishops. Instead, they unite Scandinavia under a powerful Norse warlord, creating a vast pagan northern empire by the 11th century. So, number one, the Viking kingdoms grow instead of fading. Instead of settling down into small Christian monarchies, Viking rulers expanded their territories. The Danelaw in England stays Viking instead of falling back to English rule. The Rus Vikings maintain their Norse identity instead of blending into Slavic culture. Number two, no Battle of Stamford Bridge, no Norman conquest. In real history, the Normans conquered England in 1066, but in this timeline, the Vikings still rule northern England, and King Harold Haraldava survives to lead future invasions. England might have become a permanent Viking kingdom, never falling to William the Conqueror. So, number three, Viking paganism becomes a dominant religion. Without Christianity, Thor, Odin, and Freya remain widely worshipped. Norse mythology and warrior tradition shape laws, governance, and daily lives. Viking temples replace Christianity churches, and rune stones and longships remain symbols of power. Number four, a Norse colonized North America. In real history, Vikings briefly settled in North America, Vinland, modern Newfoundland, but abandoned it. But with a stronger Viking civilization, they colonized parts of Canada and the US East Coast. By the 1400s, Viking explorers might control trade routes across the Atlantic before Columbus. Europe fears Viking invasions for centuries. Without conversions, Viking raids continue for hundreds of years. Cities like Paris, Rome, and Constantinople might fall to Norse warlords. Instead of the knights and castles defining medieval Europe, Viking war bands dominate history. Number six, no Holy Roman Empire, different world powers. Christianity played a massive role in uniting Europe under the Holy Roman Empire. If Vikings resisted Christian rule, the papacy loses power, and Europe remains fragmented. Norse warriors might battle Muslim empires, Mongols, and the Byzantines in an alternate medieval world. And number seven, the Viking Industrial Revolution? Question mark. If the Norse continued their dominance, they might have industrialized with steam-powered longships, steel-forged axes, and gunpowder warfare. Imagine Viking airships or steam-powered raids in London in the 1800s. Would this be a better world? Question mark. On one hand, a Viking-dominated world means warrior culture, adventure, and freedom thrive. On the other hand, modern advances in science, medicine, and philosophy might have been delayed or lost. Would you rather live in Viking America or modern history? What do you guys think? Make that a poll. Would you rather live in Viking I don't know if you guys can see the poll or not, but after reading all that, what do you think? I don't know. Uh, what would my life in 2025 look like in Viking? Do we still have iPhones? Do we still have YouTube? Are we still gonna be live streaming? What would California look like? So this is this is funny. So this is your life in 2025 Viking America edition. In this alternate timeline, the Vikings never faded, right? Like basically what we just said. So North America would be called Vinland. The world is shaped by Norse law, warrior culture, and exploration instead of medieval Christianity and Europe monarchies. You live in a Norse-inspired America. Instead of the United States, North America is called Vinland, with Viking jarls ruling over different territories. You'd likely live in a thriving Viking town on the central coast, fortified against rival clans and filled with longships, wooden halls, and rune stones. California would still be beautiful, but instead of highways, you'd see longships in the harbors, wooden palisades along the coast, and warrior training for raids. Number two, you'd be a hoarder. Oh, sorry, hoarder. You'd be a hardcore adventurer and explorer. Your love for running, biking, and outdoor adventure would be perfect for this world. Instead of modern trail running, you'd be a Viking scout, running long distances across rough terrain to deliver messages, map out new lands, or track enemies. Racing? Nah. You compete in trials of endurance, maybe even a multi day running challenge over mountains and rivers to prove your strength. Pfft, sign me up for that. Your YouTube channel would feature Viking challenges. In a world without digital cameras, your storytelling would be through sages or sagas, carved rune stones, or oral poetry. But in a Norse tech timeline, you'd have a video channel featuring insane Viking style endurance challenges. Running across Vinland in full armor, paddleboarding across dangerous hordes, biking across the mountains to scout new lands, training with axes and spears to combat tournaments. Would you still get monetized in Viking America? Maybe gold and silver coins instead of ad revenue. But if you entertain the masses, a jarl might sponsor you with ships, weapons, or land. Your merch, Viking gear instead of t-shirts. Instead of modern t-shirts, your Flying 90 brand would sell handmade tunics, engraved drinking horns, and battle-worn shields. The bearded nightmare design, that was the one I had for Halloween. It would be painted onto actual battle axes and war banners. Your Viking endurance brand would be legendary, maybe even adopted by the warriors of Vinland. Instead of drinking coffee, you'd be drinking mead. Viking America still loves its beverages, and a Flying 90 mead hall could be the go-to gathering place for warriors, adventurers, and merchants. Your running would be for war and survival. Instead of running for fitness, you'd be a Viking carrier running messages between settlements, a hunter chasing down wild game for food, a scout tracking enemy clans and avoiding ambushes, competing in endurance tests, maybe even a 100-mile ultra over mountains, rivers, and forests carrying a shield the whole long way. Higgins isn't even in this. Your dog Higgins, a Viking war dog. Higgins wouldn't just be a house dog. He'd be a trained war hound, traveling with you on your adventures. You train him to guard your homestead, track down enemies, and accompany you on long distance journeys. Your Jeep? A Viking war chariot. Cars don't exist, but Vikings could have developed advanced chariots. Instead of a Jeep, you'd ride a horse drawn war chariot with rune engraved heel wheels and a mounted spear rack. Rocket launches? Rocket launches? Question mark. Viking space exploration? Vikings were obsessed with the stars and navigations. If Viking America developed modern technology, they'd likely have longship inspired spacecraft. Instead of filming Falcon 9 launches, you'd be covering the latest Viking explorers heading to Mars, carving their names in the red dust. No taxes, no banks, only honor and glory. Now this is getting good here. Hold on. Viking America doesn't have a government like the US. Instead, they're ruled by strong, independent clans. You trade goods and services instead of using banks. Your word and reputation will be worth more than money. If you're respected, people will trade, support, and protect you. Final thought. Would you thrive in Viking America? In a world without modern civilization, you'd adapt into an elite Viking endurance athlete, explorer, and storyteller. Whether running, whether through running, adventure challenges, or filmmaking, you'd build a legendary reputation, probably earn a saga about your life, sung by Scalads for centuries. So would you thrive in Viking America, or do you prefer the modern world? I gotta say, guys, I think I would thrive in Viking America. Well, I gotta say, I kind of feel like I was born in the wrong time. Or born in the wrong timeline, I should say. Gosh. I gotta say, I'm a little bummed. No doubt you'd be a legend in Viking America. You've already got the endurance, the explorer spirit, and the do something every day mindset that would make you unstoppable in a world ruled by warriors and adventurers. Your Viking name and legacy. In Viking America, you wouldn't just be Max. You'd be known by an epic warrior named like Makar the Tireless, because your running endurance feats would be unmatched. Makar the Skywatcher, since you still be filming rocket launches, interpreting the god signs in the sky. Makar the Fleet of Foot, a nod to your long distance running skills and scouting abilities. Your Flying 90 brand would evolve into a personal sigil, painted on shields, banners, and carved into stone runes marking your victories. What you'd be known for in Viking America: the fastest longship messenger. You'd be one of the elite runners traveling between Viking settlements on foot, covering 50 to 100 miles with messages and maps. Master of water and land. Paddleboarding? That would translate into a legendary Viking seafarer. The warrior who fought time itself. Or I might just take that one into modern day America. Running 100 miles in modern life is impressive, but in Viking America, you'd be pushing human limits in trials in strength, endurance, and survival. Okay, here's what my Viking America daily life would be. Morning. Wake up in your sturdy longhouse on the Central Coast overlooking the Pacific. Instead of a protein shake, you start the day with fresh fish and mead. Midday. Set out on a 50-mile endurance test. Afternoon. Hop onto your hand-carved longship, paddling up the coast to trade goods. Maybe you're negotiating a deal for war horses, fine pelts, or Viking forged weapons. Evening. Return home for a feast in the Flying 90 mead hall, where warriors toast your latest achievement. Night. Sit by the fire, carving your latest feat onto a rune stone, ensuring your legend will never be forgotten. Would you ever settle down? Tough call. Viking America is built on exploration and adventure, but even legendary warriors sometimes retire to train the next generation. You might build a great longhouse, raising war dogs like Higgins to protect your land. You can mentor young warriors, passing down endurance, training, scouting techniques, and battle wisdom. Or, knowing you, you'd keep adventuring until the gods themselves call you to Valhalla. Final verdict: you would 100% thrive in Viking America. No desk jobs, no taxes, no cubicles, just pure adventure, physical challenges, and the pursuit of greatness. Your Flying 90 Viking legend. Hey, old timers, what's up, dude? Welcome. You kind of came into the middle of this. We're looking at Viking history through ChatGPT, and I I asked it to make a timeline where the Viking culture never got uh, taken out, basically more or less by Christianity. Um, so it's when did you go live? Are you talking about the one with Clint? That was last night at 7 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. his time, which should be like, gosh, 3 or 4 in the morning your time, I want to say. So my Flying 90 legacy Viking legacy would be class for centuries, told in songs, carvings, and war stories. So when do we start carving your saga into stone? And then today, I started going live. We're at 62 minutes right now, so we've been going live for a while. So long that I actually need to plug my phone in to plug my phone in to give it a little bit of a charge. I don't think I have any Viking genes in me. I did get my DNA tested quite a while ago, and I could pull that up for you guys, but I actually used an old email address. Nice, that should stay. Just nobody move at all. I used an old email address, and I don't have access to that anymore, and I tried to sign in a while ago. Maybe I'll work on this thing. And it's like, oh, we need to update your password and all that stuff. And I was like, well, I don't have access to that account. And they're like, well, we have this whole process to re-get you. Like, you need to send in all these proof of IDs and everything. And I'm just like, I'm cool. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, it has to reset my password. So that's a no-go on that. But I was just doing F1 on the PS5 just 15 minutes ago. Oh, nice. Who's your favorite Formula One driver? I'm definitely a big fan of Lewis Hamilton over here. I know a lot of people really like Max Verstappen, and don't get me wrong, he's a great driver, but I'm a Lewis Hamilton kind of guy. Yeah, same here. I do appreciate that Max Verstappen has his own theme song. I think that's pretty neat. I haven't listened to that in a while. Let me see here. What happened to Roman Atwood? His latest video says real life sucks sometimes. Favorite parts is when he said do Max. Verstappen do Max Verstappen do Max Verstappen do. So I responded back to the chat for TV. I was like, "How do I leave this?" See, old timers, have a great Saturday night. Saturday night, Sunday night. Gonna watch some shorts and sleep. I feel that. Hey, Charlie. Charles. Charlie. Hey, hey, sir. It's just your grandma. Saturday. Oh, nice. So actual timeline jumping isn't an option, unless you've got a secret time machine hidden somewhere. Your best move is to bring Viking America to life right here, right now. Step 1. Live like a Viking today. Train like a Norse warrior. Full body strength, endurance running, swimming, rowing, and carrying heavy shit up mountains. Ditch weak modern comforts. Start sleeping in nature, eating only real food, and facing the elements. Wear your sigil. Seagull? I don't know how to say that word. Get your Flying 90 logo carved into a pendant or sewn onto a tunic. Make it known that you belong to no weak kingdom, only to runners, the warriors, and the legends. Use barter and trade. Start swapping skills and goods instead of relying on cash for everything. Create the Flying 90 Viking Endurance Trials. Design a 100-mile Viking ultra marathon where runners carry shields and supplies over treacherous terrain. Offer iron bracelets instead of medals. Make it a rite of passage for warriors who want to prove their toughness. What's up, dude? Come here. Option 2, the sci-fi route. Find a way to jump timelines. If you're dead set on actually leaving this timeline and stepping into Viking America, here's what you need. Step 1, steady quantum physics and timeline shifts. Some theories suggest that all possible realities exist at once, and our consciousness shifts between them based on choices, beliefs, and actions. That means that if you fully commit to Viking life, you might literally shift into that version of reality. Find the right portal. Ancient Norse mythology mentions time warping places. World Tree, said to connect different realms. Miramar's Well, a source of hidden knowledge. The Bifrost, the Viking rainbow bridge linking worlds. If portals exist, they can be hidden in natural places, deep forests, caves, mountaintops, or remote coastlines. If you start traveling to remote places and fully embracing Norse life, you might just find one. Seek the gods' favor. If Norse mythology is actually true, then Odin, Thor, and Loki still influence reality. Rituals, sacrifice, not humans, chill, and dedication to their ideals might align with your Viking America. Who knows? Maybe you prove yourself worthy, dream of Valhalla, and wake up in a different world. Option 3. Make Viking America a reality in this timeline. If jumping timelines isn't possible, the next best move is to change this world and resemble Viking America. Start your own Viking-style endurance clan, runners, adventurers, and explorers who live by Norse ideas. Reject modern weaknesses, train, explore, and live off the land whenever possible. Spread the culture through stories, art, tattoos. We got those. We're coming up on the tattoo part. Clothing and endurance challenges. Host epic gatherings, bonfires, strength competitions, and long-distance warrior runs. It might not be a full timeline jump, but if enough people adopt a Viking mindset, you'll essentially be living in the closest thing to Viking America that modern Earth can offer. Final thoughts. Are you ready to make the leap? You've already got the endurance, the warrior mindset, and the thirst for adventure. The only question is, do you take the hardcore path and live like a modern Viking? Do you go full sci-fi and seek out timeline shifts? Or do you build Viking America right here, leading the charge for a new age of warriors? Either way, I wish I knew how to say that word. M-A-K-R with the little fancy thing over the A. Makar the Tireless, your saga is just the beginning. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I'm freaking pumped up. That sounds awesome. There was some, what was that quote I said that I read and I was like, that's sick. That's a good, I'm gonna use that one. I think my car, the tireless, that's the new, I would like to be called that by now. You call me that by now, you can, if I mean, all the other things that people decide to make their entire identity, I'd like to be, identify as a Viking. I'm a Viking American. I identify as a Viking American. How do we, where can we learn more about Valhalla? Is that like their version of heaven? Sounds like it. Is there any books and stuff we could read on this? Yes, Valhalla. Hall of the Slain is one of the Viking afterlives, but it's not quite like heaven in the Christian sense. Instead of a peaceful paradise, it's an eternal warriors' hall where the bravest of the beasts feast, fight, and prepare for the final battle of the world, Ragnarok. Isn't that a isn't that one of the Avenger movies? Ragnarok. Sorry. Valhalla is a massive hall located in Asgard, ruled by Odin the Allfather. Only those who die in battle and are chosen by Odin's Valkyries can enter. Once inside, you feast on endless food and mead. You fight in epic battles daily. You prepare for Ragnarok. That's the final battle between the gods and the giants, where Odin, Thor, and the Einherjar warriors of Valhalla will fight one last war. How do you get in? You must die in battle. Only true warriors are spot. Valkyries, Odin's warrior maidens, choose the fallen and carry them. Half of the fallen go to Valhalla, and the other half go to Freya's afterlife. If you die peacefully, you don't go to Valhalla. Instead, you might just end up in Hell, Hel, a neutral underworld ruled by the godless Hel. Not hell in the Christian sense, just a place where most people go if they don't battle. Interesting. While Valhalla gets the most attention, not all Vikings went there. Folkvangr, Freya's domain, another afterlife for honorable warriors and those who die well. Helheim, a shadowy underworld for those who die of old age, sickness, or natural causes. Ran's Hall. If you drowned at sea, you might just end in the undersea halls of Ran, the sea goddess. If you'd like to learn more, the Poetic Edda, the oldest collection of Viking myths, including descriptions of Valhalla. Prose Edda, written by Snorri Sturluson, explains the Norse cosmos, gods, and afterlives. Sagas of the Icelanders, stories about real Vikings and their beliefs about the death and the afterlife. Let's look this one up. Or we could play Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a game set in the Viking Age with lots of Norse mythology woven in. Let's see if this book's on Amazon here. I don't know who's watching right now, but hope you're enjoying what's going on here. It looks like, the Jane Smiley one is pretty popular. You trying to get out of there, but hey, no chewing on the door. Here, I'll let you out. Okay. So the sagas of Icelanders. A unique body of medieval literature, the sagas rank the world's most greatest literary treasures, as epic as Homer, as deep in tragedy as Sophocles, and engagingly human as Shakespeare. Set around the turn of the last millennium, these stories depict with astonishing modern realism the lives and deeds of Norsemen and women who first settled Iceland and of their descendants who ventured farther west to Greenland and ultimately the coast of North America itself. The 10 sagas and 7 shorter tales in this volume include the celebrated Vineland sagas, which I'm running out of breath here. I need some water. Ultimately, coast of North America itself. The 10 sagas and 7 shorter tales in this volume include the celebrated Vineland sagas, which recount Leif Erikson's pioneering voyage to the New World and contain the oldest descriptions of the North American continent. 848 pages. Holy freaking moly! I'm reading the reviews right now. A testimony to the human spirit's ability not only to endure what fate may send it, but to be renewed by experience. We'll have to ask Clint if he's read this book or not. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I primarily read. I do a lot of reading, but last year I actually got this. This is just an e-reader. You know, it does connect to the internet to download your books and stuff, but it just oh sorry, it just reads, right. You know, it's not there's not Instagram or Twitter and all that nonsense. So I primarily do all my reading on there now at this point because it's so much easier just to put that in your pocket, and with that thing I consider it scrolling instead of growing. I'm sorry, growing instead of scrolling. Um, but it sounds like there's like reference maps and images in this book, so I don't think you would want to read it on a digital device. For those interested in learning about the Viking sagas, this book is great. It's a great price for the thickness of this book. Thank you. This selection offers good value. Oh, I need to stop complaining about it and go out and freaking run. This selection offers good value for money. It includes a lot of sagas and, unlike many paperbacks, its size uses high quality paper and is well bound and not especially liable to disintegrate. It is also just about light enough that you can read it in bed. Some of the most famous sagas, Nahal saga and Gurcher's saga in particular, have been omitted. Some omissions were inevitable because of space, but the omission of Nahal's saga was still unfortunate. If you're unfamiliar with the sagas, read Nahal's first. It is a much more effective hook than any of the others. On the other hand, several of the shorter sagas in this volume are excellent and less famous. The introduction is thorough, somewhat boring, and the maps, charts, and genealogies are invaluable. The translations range from adequate to solid, sometimes awkward, but at least never archaic. Interesting. This person saw this book in Iceland. Too heavy for our luggage. Located the same book on Amazon. The book arrived a few days after it returned. Amazing book. I recommend to anyone who is interested in Nordic mythology, Icelandic sagas, Nordic culture. This book is more cheap than the original ones and have almost the same text of them translated by the authors. I read it twice. What does it look like? Let's see. See all photos. Freaking Amazon. Whoa, holy moly, this is a big book. That's weird because some people say how good the pages are and stuff. It's only $17, brand new. Let's see. I absolutely love being on my computer and doing it like this because now I can just take this link, text it directly to Clint and see, have you ever read this book? The gift that keeps on giving once a month. Chicken. Why I said that. Do you guys want to see me start my vlog out for today? It's me just talking to myself basically, but there are 3 people watching. 4 thumbs up, so that's awesome. But I was gonna haven't started today's video out yet. This is my vlogging setup. It's not too fancy at all, but it gets the job done. Most of the time too, I take the light off because it rattles back and forth when I'm running, and you can hear it on the audio, and it's insane. So I think if you're if what you could do is put like a little piece of foam in here to kind of give it like a space, so it'll stop rattling. Just don't fall over. What's up, everyone watching? Liking on the stream and I don't know the age of my viewers here, but have you ever heard children be called crotch goblins? I thought that was like pretty common, but my girlfriend's like, I've never heard that one before. Oh gosh, dang, we have been streaming for 85 minutes now. I wish this book came in hardcover. Grade level 12 and up. Reading age 18 years and up. Whoa, Max. The pages were untrimmed. The product should not have been shipped in this state. Sometimes when the pages aren't untrimmed though, it gives that nice like feel to it, right? Whoa, that one's $37. Holy moly. This one has 5 books, which might be nicer, but it was from 1997. Gosh, 848 pages. So like, um, I bought the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I got the version where it was all in one book, right? But the problem with that is it's a heck of a lot of pages, and so each there's like 5 books in it, and so as like you're reading, it's a heavy book to try to like when you're reading in bed, it just like boom falls over. I need to finish that book. I have like one book left to go. That was a good, interesting book. Good, really good though. So that's what I'm kind of worried about it with this one being almost 900 pages. We're gonna add to cart. Hmm. So it looks like there's a lot of different sagas that are just by themselves. And Clint said he hasn't read that one either. Let's see. Let's see if anyone on the tube has opened this book up. Book. It's a 6 minute long video. We can watch that. Oh, the tube knows that I'm streaming, so it mutes the audio. What if I woke up with my headphones in? Come on, man. What the heck? Oh, it works like that. Okay. Yeah, that is not a thin volume. It's got a lot going on. Okay, okay. It says a great one volume resource to get your feet wet. So that's kind of where I'm. We don't have a bookstore here where I live, so it's unfortunately has to do it on Amazon. I wonder if it's at Barnes and we do have a. There's a Barnes and Noble's about like an hour and a half away from me. Oh, this is the paperback version. What the heck? That's where I also got Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. My girlfriend and I went there like kind of around this time last year, right? And I wanted to uh, get a pick up like a real book. Oh, what? Not available in store. So weird. Not surprised though. Um, I wanted to get like a book, like an actual physical book, because I was doing a lot of reading on my tablet, what have you, right? And we walked around that store. I made sure online that I was already there. We must have walked around that bookstore for like 30, 45 minutes just trying to look for it. And honestly, it was overwhelming actually going into a physical bookstore because they just had so many books and it didn't seem like they were categorized very well at all. And I remember just telling her, it's like, the beautiful thing, I hate to say it, but the beautiful thing about where the internet and all that stuff is all of these algorithms now are just perfectly tuned to exactly what you want to see and exactly what you want to find, and it's so easy to search for things, but then when you have to go into a store, you feel overwhelmed and there's just so much going on. It's like, oh my gosh. Well, this guy says this book is perfect. Whoa, 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 whoa. Max Verstappen. Whoa, 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 whoa. Max Verstappen. Hey, Christy. Welcome in. We're almost actually near the end of this. We got like 6 minutes left here. We're just gonna run it to 100 minutes. But I don't know if anyone actually wanted to see me start out my vlog for today. Because I gotta go for a run. I ate way too much Raising Cane's yesterday. And then if we go for a run, we'll chill. We'll chill for a bit, and then Clint should be live streaming at 5 his time, which will be 3 my time. See, Clint and I, we're on the same wavelength. He's already there on the wavelength, and I'm freaking joining it. I love it. This is the text he just sent me right now. That's so incredible. Can't wait to see it. Do you have any books on this stuff that you would to get my feet wet and learn more? But yeah, should we start the vlog? Do you guys want to see how that starts? We got some poll answers to the poll. Some people want to. One person wants to live in Viking America, and the other person wants to live in modern history. So fun. Just I'm like, oh, crunch. Goblins doing today. Go away. There we go. Okay. Let's start today's video out really quick. Hold on. Let me grab a drink. For it. I'll be right back. Hey, Charles. Okay, we're back. Thank you guys for still hanging out. Oh, I don't know if you guys watched my vlogs, but I am a sponsored off-field athlete. They sponsor me with product, and I talk about them on my YouTube channel, right? So I wanted to start out today's video drinking one of their drinks because we're gonna go for a nice run. So this is behind the scenes for you guys. Oh, interesting. Super cool. Doom. Should be free to anyone who wants to learn. Sounds like we need to make a trip to Iceland. Those are just behind the scenes on the blog. You guys are gonna see this if you watch tomorrow's video, or well, today's video that comes out tomorrow, right? You guys are gonna laugh. It's funny. I've never done this with a live studio audience, but it's like, but I will do it. I do it outside, you know. Everything. I hate the background because everything's like my desk is pretty freaking messy. I got you guys like perfectly cropped to keep out all the stuff in the background. Maybe just angle it. What's the angle here? Maybe I just stand up. Hey Spidey, welcome back, dude. Have my medals in the background? I'm gonna do it over here really quick. Hold on. Hold the phone. No pun intended. Well, Buenos freaking dias, everyone. Well, actually, never mind. Hold on. Buenos freaking tardes, because it is a little bit later in the afternoon here. It's almost 2 p.m. I've been editing photos all freaking day, trying to get the family photos done. Today is Saturday, March 1st. First fresh start to the month. We're gonna start our day off. Well, let me start over. Buenos freaking tardes. Today is Friday. Gosh, why am I struggling so hard right now? Buenos freaking tardes. Today is Saturday, March 1st. It is a stormy, just gross day out today. As you can tell, we're definitely not in the backcountry. We did call a rain check on that one, so I'm kind of making the most of my day. I've been editing photos from the family photo shoot all morning, just trying to get them done. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta get out there and go for a run. And as you guys know, I am a athlete. I am an off-field athlete, and it's time to kick off our run with one of their delicious drinks. Cheers. As you guys know, their whole motto is "Movement Made Happy," and we're gonna need a little extra happiness for that because it is super nasty out today. You'll see it when I get out there. So anyways, we're gonna drink this drink, we're gonna let it kick in for a little bit, and then once it does, we're gonna get out there, go for a nice little run and brave this weather. But other than that, I'm gonna get back to editing photos while we enjoy this drink. And yeah, I hope you guys do something today to make yourselves better than you were yesterday. I hope you found something you want to work towards. As you guys know, I'm rooting for you. And yeah, let's just have a nice, chill, relaxing Saturday. Cheers, guys. Sometimes I get it right the first, like right off the bat, and sometimes I really struggle getting my video started off. And as you could hear, like that one really was kind of a bit of a struggle. What's up, Spidey? How are you doing today? I got a little spill on my hand too. So yeah, these drinks from Off-Field are super great. They got electrolytes, vitamins, adaptogens, and some other stuff. Like, I'd highly recommend checking them out if you're over 21. They don't have like. Oh, it does have niacin in it. The other day, Daniela drank one. And she's like, "I'm getting hot. I wonder why." Like, oh, it probably has a little niacin in it. But they're vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. But yeah, I'd highly recommend checking them out. They're pretty dang good. And we don't make you like dissolve into a couch either, or sofa. Do you guys remember those commercials from back in the day? Where it's like a dog and it just sees its owner and the owner's just like into the sofa. Looks like we got more votes on our poll here. 80% of you would like to live in Viking America. Heck yeah, I totally agree with that. Viking America sounds awesome. How did I make that? No. Maybe it'll just go away on its own. There we go. But yeah, we're just gonna edit for a little bit longer. That sounds super cool. Viking America. What are some other names for kids? Term crotch. Goblin. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back your neck. A tiny tornado. boy. I don't even know if I have time to wait for this drink to kick in. I might just have to get after it. And we have hit 106 minutes. We do have 3 people watching though, so that's super cool. I'm gonna like thinking how can be that place brings a little tear to my eye. How's your juice box overlord doing? Yeah, let's should we end it at 2 hours or just end it now? It is only 12 more minutes, right? So let's just end it now. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the last almost 2 hours as we're editing photos and going down the timeline of Nordic history. Just while we're here, let's see. So this book will be here on Thursday, March 6th. Was there anything else? I get so addicted to freaking Amazon. I don't really buy stuff that often. So I like build up a cart, and then finally I'm like, all right, let's. How much more do we add 8? How much is shipping? Oh, 11. Oh, wait. Wait. Well, what the heck? So if we get Tuesday, March 4th, it's $7 for shipping. And even if you pick the Monday, March 3rd and 4th option, it will be $11 more, but it maybe will be here on March 3rd. What the heck? Max, we're giving you Prime free for 30 days. But you still have like no hassle, no commitment, cancel anytime. So we're gonna just pick the Tuesday one. Boom. All right, we got the book. I also had to order some more vitamin C too, just because I take this stuff called Super C. I have some right here, but I'm getting low. Super C. This is not any medical advice, just for what do you call it? This is the fine print. It's not medical advice. It's just something I take. It has vitamin C, vitamin D3, and zinc. I also take zinc separately by itself. In my opinion, well, actually, my doctor, my chiropractor, actually told me, I was like, dude, you see so many people all the time. How do you not get sick? And he's like, oh, I take zinc. And so ever since then, I've been a pretty big fan of taking zinc. And it's kind of helped me not get sick as sick. I didn't get the flu shot. I don't get the flu shot. It's helped me beat it, or not beat it, but kind of avoid it and not get it as severely as other people I know have that don't take zinc. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a while. It's been a super fun chat. We've had a lot of fun talking about biking history, or learning about biking history, I should say. We'll definitely be tuning into it more. Um, the next time you guys want to have an alternative timeline, let's freaking. Oh, got some. It's gonna suck to go run. Please check out my new video that just came out today. It was from yesterday. It was kind of more of just an errand day. I got my hair cut and stuff, and I went to the flower shop, and then Danielle and I went to Raising Cane's for dinner. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Oh. Yeah, thanks for following along. Thanks for hanging out with me. As always, do something every single day. Make yourselves better than you were yesterday. Find something that you want to work for. You know, don't. If you're like lacking motivation or think that no one supports you, just remember that I got your back. I support you. You know, as long as you're doing something healthy and positive for yourself, not anything bad for yourself. I won't support you on that. But as long as you're doing something healthy and do it good for you, I fully support this message. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream. I'll be tuning in to Clint's live stream here in an hour. When he goes on at 5 his time, 3 my time. Who knows what time it is for you? But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys at the next one. Later.